The more I look it up, the the Max is dating Anne one is going to be very difficult. So the plan for the next ones, and sorry I skipped the intro, the guys. Oh no, I skipped an intro out of the freaking like 400 I've made. I skipped one. Oh no. But apparently Anne's to Max is relatively easy, but Max to Anne, you need like three requirements to get the good ending. You need the stats, you need her special requirement, and then you need his special requirement in order to make her special requirement matter. Ooh. So let's just go because I want to get some more work done. A boom. How many times did I have to click for library? God. Let's just, there we go. Ugh, I'm starving. Luckily the cafe's on the way home. A nice sandwich sounds perfect about now. And as soon as I open the door, I see Isabella waving hello. Oh, I see Isabella and wave hello. She smiles, but she seems to be busy. And as I'm sitting down to my food, I notice Chad coming in. Ugh, naked ugly. I stick to my seat, but I don't exactly call for, his attention. I may not be afraid of a little trouble, but that doesn't mean I need to go looking for it. Besides, I should be here in case Isabella needs my backup, but I don't want to start drama. Luckily, Isabella doesn't notice him at first and keeps serving other customers. And finally, after a few moments, I hear Chad clearing his throat loudly. Hey, Isabella, I don't get to have a word or nothing? I don't see why you should get a word in. Do you honestly feel like there's something to say? Because I don't particularly. Come on, don't be like that, baby. Look, sorry I screwed up. Doesn't mean we can't have, some good times, right? Do you really think that's all it's going to take? Isabella sets down the tray she was carrying with enough force that, the sound echoes through the whole cafe. We're over, you bastard. Now, you had your chance at greatness and you freaking blew it. Now scuttle off and leave me be. Come on, baby. I'm not the only one missing out. We had some good times, right? I've made some mistakes, sure, but I'm coming to you on my knees here. Are you? Really, you just look like you're standing perfectly well to me. And you don't even have flowers or chocolates or anything. You're not even trying. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you didn't bring me flowers. I'd hate to think you'd wasted your money. We're done here. Oh, wait. Are we done here? Come on. You think you can do better than me? Just forgive me already. Are you kidding? I can find a better man than you out behind the dumpster. Chad just turns red in anger for a moment. Are you kidding me? I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. No. I think for a moment about jumping in and sticking up for Isabella, but then I'd realize I'd just be butting in. It's between Isabella and Chad. She doesn't need me sticking my nose in. No, Chad. The best thing that ever happened to me was finding out early that you were a boneheaded, selfish asshole without a lick of sense to you. If you had any of those, you wouldn't have treated me the way you did. So, why do you think I'd want to have anything to do with your ridiculous ass? Hey, look, I'm just saying, You're just saying. Hey, sucker, I want to treat you like a possession and sex toy. Why don't you go back in my pocket where you belong? Here's a hint. Because I'm none of those things. And the fact that you're here, and you're probably, even now, don't understand that, is why we will never be together again. And Chad just looks completely stunned by Isabella's trod. He's just standing there, slack-jawed. I'm sick of you taking up my air, jack off. I'm going to the back. If you're still here when I get back, you're going to be the sorriest sack of crap in this whole school. Isabella stalks off to the back, completely ignoring Chad. And for his part, Chad just shakes his head and turns to leave. He can't muster up a quip, a line. Heck, he's been completely defeated. After a few minutes later, Isabella comes out to the back and spots me still sitting there. Oh man, you saw all that, huh? What an asshole, am I right? I just smile and nod. Thanks for not butting in. I hate it when people try to fight my fights for me. I know you had him, babe. No way that micromind was gonna walk all over you. Well, thanks anyway. You full? If not, I'll grab you something good. Sounds great. Why are the library ones so long? Here we go. Finally got a little free time to start thinking about this end of the year gig I've been planning. I need to ask around to see what kind of parties I can dig up. Alright, time to find a party around here. Shouldn't be too hard. This isn't exactly a party-free campus. And of course, the easiest way to do that is to talk to the hardest partying person I know. I knock on Isabella's door and give her the best smile as she opens up. Hey, babe, mind if I come in for a second? Sure thing, hot stuff. What brings you down to the long, hard trek from your room to mine? Well, actually, I had a quick question. I'm trying to throw a gig together here on campus, and I'm wondering if you knew of anyone throwing a big end of the year bash. Oh, funny you should ask, actually. Anne's trying to throw one. What? Anne? Shy girl extraordinaire? Isabella shrugs and just points me down the hall. A moment later, I'm knocking on Anne's door. Oh, hey, Max, what's going on? So how come you didn't tell me about this party you're supposedly throwing? And Anne looks like she's about to blush, but then she looks like she's really trying hard not to. Well, it's just pretty early in the planning stages, so I really haven't told many people about it yet. I mean, do you have any entertainment already? No, that's my next task. Well, as it turns out, I know this pretty incredible band that would, love to get a gig going at a hot college party. Oh, you mean it? That's terrific. Once we figured out where we're going to throw it, I'll talk to you to work out the details. Thanks, Max. This means a lot to me. And apparently, it means so much to her that she swirls away excitedly, shutting the door on me. I head back to my room and dial up Memphis, filling him on all the details. And luckily, he hasn't been idle, and I have to admit, he picked up a pretty good lineup for our set. Okay, so we got our venue and our set. Now we just need to figure out how to get the word out. Does she know where she's holding it yet? Not yet. I figure we'll just get some flyers done. Fair enough. You want to draw them? I can't do flyers for crap. Maybe we can get Slim to do them? Nah, I'll figure it out. Okay. I mean, you want to go flashy utilitarian. Flashy might draw a bigger crowd, but the crowd we draw won't necessarily be fans, so they'll be harder to please. A utilitarian flyer, though, gets us a crowd that knows what they're in for, even if they may not be as big. And this one is actually confusing to me because on the things I've looked, people say, oh, you need to do the flashy one to get the good ending. And other people say, well, no, you need to do the utilitarian one to get a good ending. So I'm doing it this time to test, and we're going to go with utilitarian first. And then for the actual Anne one, so I have the best chance of doing it right. If this works, I'll do this one. If it doesn't, I'll go flashy. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, let's get ourselves something simple and effective. All right, sounds good. We'll play to a good crowd and maybe earn some converts on the way. You know who's going to do it? Yeah. I think I know how to get them done. I'll take care of it. Just one more hour. Okay, and we're obviously doing a next one. We're saving 21 for the last one. Aw, yeah. Oh. I think this is the one. I think this is the one. 1 second. Yeah, no, it's the one. I snag a good seat prepared for another class. Sometimes I can't believe they still let, Professor Task teach here. Oh, I guess it's the power of tenure. I wonder what he's going to get into today. All right, you little money sacks, sit down. Let's get this started. Well, everyone quiets down, sitting in their seats, and the professor turns on a projector and just starts displaying slides. Well, the slides seem to be displaying a countryside, a few buildings dotted. As he progresses through the slides, we see a bunch of people standing in front of buildings and posing. Professor, are we just looking at your vacation slides? What's your point? I'm trying to get to a point. If certain nosy know-nothings would stop interrupting me. I just sit back in my seat, not believing we're actually looking at the professor's vacation slides. Ah, here we are. This is a slide that matters. On the projector is a picture of some kind of small green statue. The fabled jade monkey of Tuscatoon, a small village in the western Nigeria. I sought this fabled statue for 6 years before beginning my career here. Unfortunately, just as it was in my grasp, I lost it to a rival hunter. What's the point of this, Professor? Oh yes, what's the point indeed? The point, my dear, is that I've never given up my search, and now I've located the final piece. I know that one of you has it. The The professor points at Roxanne and myself. The rest of the class gasps in surprise. Oh, why, whatever do you mean, dear professor? Yeah, what are you talking about? Oh, don't play dumb with me. Give up the jade monkey and I won't have to spring the trap I planted on both of your chairs. The professor pulls out a small switch attached to a radio transmitter. I look at my chair and see the dynamite has been planted there. I'm gonna do it. I stand up pointing my finger squarely at Roxanne. Sorry, Red, but I know you've got it. Just cough it up already so we can go home. Roxanne frowns and reaches into her backpack. When her hand comes back, it's holding a small jade statue. There it is, my pupil. Get the statue and you shall want for nothing. I nod at the professor, glaring at Roxanne. For her part, she just smiles, cocking her hand and waving me on. I jump off, kicking off my desk so I can fly across the room to where Roxanne is. She blocks my initial punch with a swift motion of her arm. Wait, that was a crane meets a traveler. It cannot be. You are from the Death Hand School. Of course I am. Did you truly think you had destroyed all of our clan? You don't have the strength. Now let me show you a true kung fu. Our fists meet with a thunderclap as we try to move past each other's defenses. Her kung fu is strong, but I know that I have righteousness on my side. Suddenly, one of her feet darts out, sweeping my legs. I immediately retreat into a standing crane. Ha! You've left yourself open. Her fist moves faster than I can imagine, hitting 4 pressure points in my chest. You are a worthy opponent, but you only have 4 steps to live. Professor Task and the rest of the class gasp in pain and sorrow as Roxanne moves 6 steps away from me. I can't let her get away with this. I take 2 steps forward. Another. And with the 4th step, a pain builds in my chest. I can see Roxanne smirking condescendingly at me. With a start, I lift my head off my desk. I can't believe I fell asleep, and what the hell was that dream? And that's why you should always be aware of what kind of cheese you're buying in foreign countries. See, I told you I was getting to a point. I have never done that one. I'm glad I did, because that's so funny. Let me get a drink real quick. I've been getting into a habit of bringing drinks to the little recording sessions I do, because it seems to help me out, actually. Go faster. There we go. Well, time's running short to get my plans in motion. I need to get a great poster out to let people know what I'm doing. I think it's time I talk to Rakesh. I head down the hall, formulating my game plan as I go. I knock on Rakesh's door, thinking about what kind of poster he might make. Ah, Max, please come in. Hey, bro. I give Rakesh a quick high five as I enter the room. Let's get right to business. I need to commission you. What? What for? I've heard about this party and storing my band's gonna be playing. Oh, yes, she invited me the other day. That's incredibly exciting, Max. Well, yes, let's design a poster for your outing. Speak to me, Max, speak to me of music. Rakesh spins with a flourish and walks over towards his easel, placing a new sheet of paper on it. He's a very silly person sometimes. I just sit down on his bed and watch as he stares at the paper, waiting for me to talk first. It's just us, Rakesh, Back Alley Flash. We want something simple that tells folks we're playing. It's already going to be a party. We just want our fans to know we're going to be there. I suppose I can do something like that. It seems almost tame for you, Max. Rakesh starts sketching on his paper, making wild marks across everywhere. I can't really tell what's going on it. A few minutes later, he turns to look at me. He gestures towards a big white space towards the top of the poster. What do you think? I can put your portraits up here, or I can put something more imaginative. It's just a simple poster. You don't need to put pictures on it. Just draw something great. Rakesh grins at me and just starts sketching into the white space. This will take a while. I will have your posters ready to distribute tomorrow. I will even put them around for you. Oh, thank you. All right, Rakesh. It's in your hands now. I don't think that's how commissions work. I think you have to be like, hey, dude, I'm going to pay you money. And then they spend like 2 weeks on it. Back in my room at last. Just as I'm putting my keys on my desk, there's a knock on my door. Max, you have to help me. They've outwitted me. I just stand with my keys in hand staring at Rakesh. Who's outwitted you? My parents, they're going to be video calling me in 20 minutes. Well, so? So, the letter I wrote them, they're not coming. But they still want to check up on me. You have to help. I looked down at the keys in my hand for a moment before answering. I'm sorry, Rakesh, but my professor wants me to come down for an immediate conference about my essay for finals. I can't blow this off, Rakesh. You'll be fine. Just tell your parents the truth, okay? Rakesh looks devastated, but he nods and wanders off back to his room. I pick up my house key and just wander back outside. I really don't want to get into the middle of Rakesh's personal problems like this. Well, I didn't have anywhere to go, though, and I'm sure Memphis and I can come up with something fun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end that one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. And, well, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!